You may remember last year I did a TikTok on a DCJ caseworker that suggested that a child under 10 use a Smegs toy. It was around May last year, if you want to go back and have a look. This week I just happened to say that particular team, and I had somebody else reach out and state that same caseworker had allowed a child to look at S material on the caseworker's personal mobile phone. Yeah, the Ombudsman are aware of it, Minister's aware of it, everyone's aware of it. And the previous matter I had reported to the OCG, the Ombudsman, DCJ, everyone known to man. I've now had more sources reach out and it just gets worse. So this caseworker was just simply allowed to resign from DCJ. The caseworker was also a foster carer, which I was aware of. This caseworker had talked about his fostering experience and allegations that they'd had named other children from different matters and different walks of life. I've heard this stuff directly. It was documented in a way that the evidence was still available. In true DCJ style, when this particular foster carer's matter went through court for the child, DCJ never announced any of those allegations or any. The first one definitely was not an allegation. It happened. I know that. The evidence is all very clear. They just didn't mention it. A court, need all that information to be able to make an informed decision. For long-term orders, DCJ just didn't mention it. The court were also never told that this caseworker was under investigation. Under investigation at the time that the matter was going through court. Allegedly, DCJ actually wrote the care plan. So, unbeknownst to everyone else, that care plan most likely just said that there are long-term plans and whatnot, and there's a long-term placement available with the current carers. And this final court order and decision was made whilst this man was stood down. Other things that have been alleged was fabricating information about children on Child Story, fabricating records, maladministration for improper motives. That's serious wrongdoing. Dishonest documents created simply to deceive. I just don't know what part DCJ thought was a good idea too. After this person was stood down, they took him from out-of-home care and put him into child protection. So, first point of contact for vulnerable families. This is Damien Spall 2.0, don't you think? OCG, DCJ, Ombo, what on earth are you thinking? I had someone have a little stab at me on LinkedIn, all about, outrage is easy. It's not about outrage being easy. This is outrageous. If people are not outraged by this, then I don't know what will make them outraged. I have to ask the question, Kate Washington, would you allow that person to have worked with your children when they were little? Because I know what my answer is. I would not allow that person around my children. What this does is completely and utterly takes away any trust that the public have, or maybe had just that little bit left for you and for the department. It discredits the department. It just stinks of, we don't want oversight. We don't want anyone knowing what we're doing. And now that the Office of the Children's Guardian is under direct control of the Minister, which, by the way, the 2024 committee recommended against, it just leaves there no room for somebody to be looking over this going, what on earth are you guys doing? You are subjecting children to people that are causing harm. And I will not stay silent about it anymore. I'm sorry. It's just this whole thing pushed me over the edge this weekend, honestly. And to all of you people that are sitting back going, oh, she's nuts. She's an imbecile. Shut up. She's putting herself at risk. You're putting your own children at risk by being around this bunch of people that just seem to think it's okay to be in breach of Section 43B and 3168 of the Crimes Act. Just remember that, everyone. It's a criminal offence what you're doing.